dates and stuff when it was done. You know, I mean, pump days changed, the whole.
So why don't you tell me everything about it so I can...
Well, we've got a, roughly it's a 400 gallon plus tank with the sump and anything, you're probably around 460 gallons, which is inclusive as you've got the sump which you're looking at right now, which is basically a bio-ball system underneath the blue and white. You've got 3 pumps in there, one for the protein skimmer, and one for your one for an exit for the exhaust. And there's 2 leads going up. They have the 2 lines because you got 2 exhaust lines coming out for the water to come out. And you've got the auto fill that you can see right below, right down there, the little white thing that looks like a toilet piece there. That's the auto fill. So if you do have any type of evaporation, it will automatically fill up to the point that you have it set at. This right here is a pinpoint meter, which measures your ozone counts inside the tank, so you have an idea on that. You have this here, which is basically that goes outside, so when you're doing your water changes, that you can bring the water from outside into the tank. You got the protein skimmer, which is a AquaSea protein skimmer. You got the 3 white UVs that are the 4-foot 35-watt bulbs, which if you, when you take it apart, replace it, which I'll allocate that. I have an intake, because this is where the air comes into the protein skimmer, but just for sake of having any type of dust or contaminants, it goes through here first, which is all carbon filled up, and then it goes into your skimmer. This is your overflow in case if the skimmer does flow up and reacts when you're doing a water change or something, so it doesn't go all over the floor. You've got you've got the timer, the digital timer, which you can see runs around, and that is what turns the ozone on and off, which is which is a bulb and stuff that goes through and then goes through and goes back into the skimmer. And this is the special pump, because ozone is regular pumps won't last because the diaphragms won't go in it. This is your alarm system for water alert in case if you do have it, which is this is the so-called receiver sending unit for it. The white piece you have in the back tells you exactly how many parts per million that the filtered water after it goes through the IRO is. And that's pretty much.
And that's the reverse osmosis system.
Yeah, you got carbon, sediment, membrane, and the DI, which is another filter. Which, in the amount that I talk about, you'd have basically off the deduction or whatever we come down to pricing. I'll work that. I thought it'd be fair to just do that. So when they do it, you could have all brand new lights in the UV. You could have brand new filters in the RO.
How frequently do you change the lights and the filters and skimmer?
The skimmers, I clean that on. I mean, I do everything on a month. I do at least 150 gallon water change a month, and depending on the skimmer, like I can't, as I said, I can't do it right now, but my buddy will come over, and what you do is you turn that and you just take a piece of paper towel and you clean out, because that's basically all the fish.
Caca.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you do that, and they say like with the bulbs and stuff is mostly like your UVs are 3 to 4 months a piece, and it just depends with the RO system of what condition the water is we're doing it. And I get
so the UVs 3 to 4 months. You change them every time, and how much are they every time you change them?
If you change it's about $120 of light bulbs for the UV.
Okay.
And I mean that's lots of times they'll do that on the extremity aspect of saying like it's like an oil change. They get either variance. The more you change it, the more they'll like it.
Oh, of course.
And it's the same thing as that. What I have problem here being in Old Naples, I am on the end of the outcoming water that feeds the house.
So all the pretty bad.
All the stuff that comes down, the chlorines and all that other type of stuff.
And up top, do you want to tell me anything about?
Up on top is basically what you have there is you have your your two light fixtures for the basic light on it, and then you can see the timer up on top, which runs the LED lights, the Hamilton LED lights, so you can time that at any time you want to turn the lights on and off.
And all of the jets you've got going in here. There's another jet over here.
Yep, the only thing is the difference, as I was saying on the phone, is for water circulation here, there's a pump behind here. But if you have it open on the other side, you're gonna, the back side of this is like the inside of a mold. Just like if you took a car mold, you did a body mold, and the body on the Corvette or whatever fiberglass just looks nice on here, but if you look underneath the inside, it's sealed, but it's not, it's not the same thing. It's like looking into the back of the box.
Okay. But this is all.
That's all removable. From this point to this point is all removable, so if you wanted to do that, see through it, you could build some rock or whatever else you want inside. Then you'd have the drain lines covered, and you'd have the exit lines covered, and then you could still have the pumps for more water circulation to go through it.
Okay.
And the whole face will come off. I have the guys do that, and then everything can be painted. And the same thing with the framework on the tank itself is all, you can paint it whatever color you wanted to do it, because it's a synthetic, and you do a water base, and you won't have.
Now, if I had the stuff, just the stuff that you have here, not the stuff that's outside, like the extra tank.
Okay. Would you want the chiller?
Well, I think I'd need the chiller for this, right? Yeah, you'd have to have the chiller.
And what was in at the 2,500 in the paper, I mean in the ad, was everything. It didn't have the RO in it. It didn't have the metering in it, and it did not have the single chiller outside involved with it, and
The chiller for the tank,
the chiller for the tank.
for the outside tank.
Right. And if you, for some reason, and then if you didn't want the other portion of the for the tank for doing it, depends on what you want to do. Basically, it's coming down to is almost like a throw-in type of a situation on it.
So it's the extra big tank, and we can go outside and look at that there. But this is fully operational without the bigger tank outside. It just needs to be changed manually then.
Right.
Okay.
And like he was talking about, which you can get the purified waters and all that kind of stuff.
But it costs per gallon and stuff like
That's
that.
all.
Yeah.
That's all up to you, and it's just a matter of how your guy
Involved.
wants to do it, and how he wants to set up. That's why he said on the phone, if you did do it, he could probably find something. I mean, it's not the most expensive two things out there are the two chillers, and basically, that's it.
Okay.
And I was, for the whole setup, I had a number around 25, 30, right, 35 to like around $4,000. But on that same basis, I would take off at least 500 for all your replacement of the bulbs and stuff, and we could just throw the thing to have it all go at once, or whatever you wanted to do as a complete package. And then because I also have to do, because it's going to take, it's a lot easier to install than it is to take the damn thing out of here, and I'm going to have to get that out of the wall. That'll probably cost me $400 to $500 to get it out, and I'd also allocate a little bit of money in there for off a price if we went as I said, as we go as a whole package deal. I do that and give some money off to to remove some, put money towards the paint removal off the back, the light bulbs, and a little percentage for helping you to for moving expenses, and that's what I do with it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Let's take a look outside.